Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are all safe at home. After a short break from these online classes and video lessons, today I am going to explain chapter number 5, data handling. By seeing the chapter name itself, you will feel it is a very familiar chapter for you, because from 5th class onwards you are learning this chapter. You are come across with the topics from the data handling. Yes, definitely it is familiar for you, but in the next classes also, from in the 8th class, 9th class and 10th class also, you are going to learn a new representation of data. In the 5th class you have learned pictograph. In the 6th class you have learned bar graphs. In the 7th class you have learned frequency distribution table and also the double bar graph. Before going to start explanation about pictograph, bar graph, double bar graph and frequency distribution table, let us start with the data handling. What is a data first? Data is in our daily life, we often deal with the problems that involve many related numerical information. Suppose if I ask you to collect the data of the number of cricketers scored centuries in the year 2001, 2010 to 2015. The children, how will you get this data? Getting the information by some source, right? Definitely you will have some knowledge of cricket by watching ODIs. That is one source. Another one, suppose if your parents are very good in watching this ODIs, they will give some information from family members, from television and from Google, from newspaper. All these things you will get the sources. All these things you will get the information. So this TV, mobile, whatever the knowledge you are having and whatever you are getting information from your parents and family members, newspaper, all these things we will call it as sources of getting information. Now after getting this information, we did not even organize that. So before organization of the data, we will call it as raw data. So what is a raw data, children? Raw data is nothing but the information which is before organization. Now whatever the inference we have, that given information, whatever information you have, we have to represent systematically. We have to represent systematically. For that, to represent in systematically, we have the representation of the data. That is in the first representation of data is pictograph. Now, what is a pictograph? Pictograph is nothing but pictorial representation. The pictorial representation of given data. Pictorial means nothing but picture. We have to represent with a picture. Suppose I am giving an example. Suppose a watch company, the sales of the watch company in the month of June, July, August, September. The number of watches sold in the month of June is 2000. In the month of July is 2500. In the month of August is 3500. And in the month of September is 3000. How will you represent this data? By using pictograph. So we have to take month, number of watches sold, picture representation. In the month of June, 2000 watches, and the month of July, 2500 watches. In the month of August, 3500. In the month of September, 3000 watches were sold by the company. These 2000, I cannot write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that 2000 there. So for that I am representing, this representation that is totally depends upon you children. I am taking 1000 watches, I am representing with the watch symbol here. One watch represents 1000 watches here. So for 2000, how will you represent? Watch 1. Each watch is 1000. 1000 plus 1000. So 2000 watches were sold in the month of June. Next 2500. 1000, 1000, 2000, and the 500 I am representing with the half watch symbol. And in the month of August, 3500 watches. 1000, 2000, and then 3000. And 500, so again half watch. And in the month of September, 1000, 1000, 1000. So in the month of September, they have sold 3000 watches. This is the pictorial representation of Is this clear to everyone? Now let us go with the next one. Next representation. What is the next representation we have? Bar graph. Bar graph. Again, I am taking another example. You can continue with the same example or you can take with another example. Suppose the number of cards sold, or else you can take it with the marks scored by a student in the subjects mathematics, science, social, English, any language, Hindi or Telugu. Suppose the marks scored by a student out of 25 marks. Suppose the student is very good in mathematics. Suppose he scored 25 out of 25. In the science, he scored some 23. In the social, he scored 20. In the English, he scored some we can take it as 20. And Hindi, suppose he scored 25. Now, how will you represent this data? By using bar graph. So, for bar graphs, definitely we need a bar graph, and on that graph paper, we have to take x-axis and y-axis. The horizontal line represents x-axis and the vertical line represents y-axis. And this, you know, it is a origin here. So here we have to write a scale here. I am taking on the horizontal line each unit as one subject. First one I am taking, first unit, first box I am leaving, the next box I am taking it as mathematics, next box I am leaving, and the next box I am taking it as science, next box I am leaving, and the next box I am taking it as social, next English, and then Hindi. Children, here you should be very careful. Suppose if you are leaving one box, one unit in between the subjects, you have to continue with the same thing. here I am leaving one box, I cannot leave two boxes there, and I cannot leave without leaving the box, I cannot continue with the next subject here. The gap should be uniform there. And in y-axis, suppose I am taking the units as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here also, if this sufficient, you can take it as 2, 4, 6, 8, like that also you can take. So it should be uniform. If you are taking it as 5, the next gap should be 5 to 10 should be 5, and 5 to 15 should be 5. I cannot take it as ununiformly. So what is the scale you have taken? On x-axis, I am taking subjects here. On y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 5 marks here. So for the mathematics, he scored completely 25 out of 25. And I am leaving 1 unit here. In the subject science, he scored 23. Children, each box will contain 10 lines here. So 10 lines we are dividing with 5. So 2 lines you can represent as 1 there. 23. And in the subject social, he scored 20. In the subject English, he scored equal marks 20. And in Hindi, he scored 25. This is the graphical representation or bar graph representation for the given data. I think you are very good, clearly understood this topic. And now coming to the next topic, we have, what is the next topic we have? And the third one is frequency distribution. Frequency means the number which occurs many number of times. Many number of times. I am not changing the example. With the same example, I am going to explain this frequency distribution table. So children, let us see here. Here I am taking subjects, marks, next tally marks, and then frequency. So what are the subjects we have now? Math, science, social, English, and Hindi. In the subject math, he scored 25. Children, look at here. We will not represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like 25 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is the cross line there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So better take this as tally marks. This you can take it as marks here. So this is 25 here, and the frequency is also 25. And then this is 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. 23, 20, 21, 22 and 23. And here also 23. And then 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here 20 and 20. And English also same thing. 20, 20. And the last one Hindi, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. It is 25 and 25. I think it is very clear for you. So in this video you have learnt about pictograph, bar graph and then frequency distribution table. In the next video I am going to explain double bar graph. Double bar graph is used to compare two quantities at a time, and then the topics from the 8th class. Thank you so much children. Have a good day.